Welcome to the 2020 Treats and Keeps Troop Program Overview. The learning agenda for this overview is going to consist of talking about what the program really is, showing you the products that are being sold, outlining what to do to get started, identifying some of your tools and resources, explaining how to manage the tasks that you're going to be responsible for your troop this season, as well as giving you an overview of the M2 platform, which is going to be your troop's program operating hub. Before we go any further, all of the staff at Greater Atlanta want to say thank you. You make the difference, and we're so appreciative of the time and effort that you give in supporting your girls and the mission. So what's Treats and Keeps all about? It's about empowering every girl to help her discover those inner strengths, to not be afraid of setting goals and meeting those goals, taking action to succeed, and positively impacting her community. All of the 5 skills that we love to incorporate in each of the programmatic aspects that we offer. So let's dive right into some of the program highlights. Each and every year, whether it's our Treats and Keeps program or our cookie program, you'll see that we have a theme evolving around a mascot. And this year's mascot for Treats and Keeps happens to be a sloth. So you'll see this image incorporated throughout the program materials as well as throughout the rewards that the girls are going to earn this season. The products that are being sold are chocolates, nuts, and magazines. Here's a snapshot of a girl's order card that's going to contain the 16 items that are available for her to sell, as well as a small selection of the magazines that are offered through this program. This year, we're introducing some new products and tins. We have 3 tins available, one of which is a holiday tin that's going to contain one of our new products, which is our chocolate-covered pretzels. We also have a Girl Scout tin that's available that comes with individually wrapped milk chocolate trifles, as well as a snowman tin with individually wrapped peppermint bark rounds. A new product to the lineup this year is going to include our honey barbecue snack mix, to make sure that that's a call-out feature for some of our new program participants this year. In addition to the items that customers can eat and or read through, we always like to have an opportunity for customers to give back in support of the troop as well as the greater community. And this year we're introducing Treats for Good. With a $6 contribution, customers can support healthcare workers and first responders. At the end of the season, we'll take all of those $6 contributions that girls have collected, and Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta, along with our partners, will distribute chocolate and nut items to first responders and healthcare workers. There are a couple of ways for girls and families to get involved, one of which you're probably very familiar with, which is the traditional order card. So typically if a girl is doing in-person sales, or she's making those phone calls to friends and families, or maybe sending text messages, she would track her orders using her order card by customer with their products that they're ordering from her. In addition to that, we have our online M2 platform, which will allow a girl to set up her own online business where she can create her own storefront where she's sending messages to customers for them to purchase items from her online. The best way for girls to reach their goals is to do a little bit of both. So incorporating that order card along with the M2 site is the best way to go, and it provides her much more success as well as success for the entire troop. If a girl chooses not to sell products online and is going to stick strictly with her order card, that's more than fine. With this particular program, whether the girl is actually selling online or not, she will need an M2 account to submit her order card sales to the troop electronically. So make sure that's an important task to differentiate with your parents, that we'd love for them to sell using both pathways, which is the order card and the M2 platform where she has her own online store. But in the event they choose not to sell online at all, they still need to activate their account to be able to submit those order card sales to you electronically. Troop proceeds are earned on every item sold. Proceeds are generated by what we call a per girl selling average, or PGA. If the troop has a 1 to 24 item per girl selling average, they're going to earn $1 per chocolate and nut item sold or $2 per magazine subscription sold. If the troop has a 25 item or higher per girl selling average, or PGA, they're going to earn $1.20 per chocolate and nut item or $2.20 per chocolate and nut item. In lieu of rewards, we do offer an opportunity for our cadet, senior, and ambassador troops to opt out of those items to earn additional proceeds, which amount to additional 10 cents per item sold in the chocolate and nut category as well as the magazine category. Bonuses fund more great times. This year we're offering 2 bonuses, one at the troop level and another one at the service unit level. The Super Troop bonus allows every troop the opportunity to earn an additional 3 cents on every box sold in the upcoming 2021 cookie program. If a troop is returning to the Treats and Keeps program, meaning they participated with us last year, their benchmark for earning that 3 cents is going to be a 30-item PGA or 20% more items sold than the previous year, whichever is higher. If they're new to participating in the Treats and Keeps program, if they meet a 25-item per girl selling average, then they've earned the 3 cents on every box of cookies. As a bonus to fund service unit activities, if a service unit brings on new troops participating in the program and those troops sell a minimum of 60 items or more, the service unit is going to earn $50 for each of those troops, up to 4 troops, or a maximum payout of $200. So every girl's participation helps the troop, and every troop's participation helps the service unit. This is just a few of some of the great rewards being offered this year. So make sure your girls take a peek at that order card and some of the great tools that we have to engage them and excite them about earning while they learn. Now we're going to talk about a few of the tools and resources that we have for you and your girls this Treats and Keep season. The excitement is going to start with more innovation around those girl rewards that girls are going to get a chance to earn this year. We've created an interactive rewards poster. So by visiting treatskeepsrewards.com, girls and families have a chance to engage online with taking a closer look at those rewards and even some unboxing videos for those items that they'll be earning this season. As far as program materials are getting mailed to every single troop to participate in the Treats and Keeps program. That troop mailer includes girl flyers, girl order cards, as well as a troop quick start guide for the volunteer. Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta is mailing packets to registered troops each and every week. So as new troops come on board and register with their 2021 Girl Scout membership, we'll be pulling that information and sending program materials directly to the volunteer. The order card we talked about is really simple to use, and the flyer that goes along with that is just a reinforcement of some of the program dates and how girls can get started with setting up that M2 platform. The Troop Quick Start Guide is a 4-pager guide that's going to do something similar for the volunteer with providing some easy steps to get started in your role as a volunteer. It's going to give you an outline of some important calendar dates that you need to know in support of your girls. It's going to highlight some of the rewards, the troop proceeds, the products, as well as highlight some tips to operate this Treats and Keeps season like a pro. And to make sure we're not missing anything, but also be considerate of the paper that we're using, we've gone completely online with the parent permission form this year. So your parents can complete that and you'll receive a copy directly to your email inbox. The direct link for parents to get access to this form is going to be sent to you in a couple of different ways. Your service unit Treats and Keeps chair is probably sending that in email communications. You can also look forward to receiving that direct link from the council and some of our direct communications to you. And it's also available on our website in our volunteer section, as well as our girl and family section for participating in the Treats and Keeps program. Our website has already been updated with great information to support you and your families this season. There's a page specifically for girls and families, giving them those important dates, how to get started, some of those tips, and that link that we talked about for that parent permission form. There's also a specific page for you as a troop volunteer with the same types of information, but meant for you with some more supportive detail so that you can work with your girls and families, as well as a resource page designed to support every level of participation in the program. So there's additional resources for girls, additional resources for troop volunteers, as well as additional resources for our service unit volunteers. Here you'll be able to find a digital version of that troop quick start guide, the parent permission form that we spoke about, a girl and parent discussion guide. So if you're not that comfortable with talking about the program, we've got some really easy talking points for you to make that happen, some handouts for managing the program and using the N2 site, and tons of other things that are going to help you be successful this season. In addition to all of that, we've also incorporated some check-ins this season. So we'll have one almost once a week throughout this program season in support of you as a troop volunteer, as well as in support of our service unit volunteers. You can go on our website, on that volunteer page, use that drop down to open up the schedule for the check-ins and register to join us. October 8th, 15th, or 22nd. You'll see the topics we'll be addressing on each of those check-in calls. It's going to be a 30-minute window for us to give you just a little bit of information about what you should be doing at that point in the season, but really more so for you to have some open dialogue and an open phone line to ask some questions, to get some insight tips, or some help with anything that's happening at that stage in your program season. We've also added tons of videos to help you through this season with your engagement as well as your family engagement. So there's a video for you if you have any questions or reservations about what it means to be a Treats and Keeps manager for your troop. We'll be creating some content for girls and families to help support them through the program, as well as have some additional shortcut videos to provide additional insight into how to operate and function within the M2 site. And with all of that, we're going to dive right into the main platform that's going to support your girls' experience and your experience as a volunteer, the M2 online platform. So the first step we're going to walk through is addressing how girls interact with the site. Girls can actually activate their own site without us sending any communication to them. On September 25th, when the program begins and the program launches, they can go directly to gsnutsandmags.com/GSGATL and activate their own site to get started in Treats and Keeps. As those girls activate their site and you're logging on to see what happens, double back and make sure that you have a parent permission form for each of those girls. Registering for the account is really simple. It's going to ask them for their zip code just to make sure that they're going to end up in the right spot in our council, which is Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta. It's going to ask them for some basic contact information, and it's going to allow them to select their troop to make sure that all of their sales are going to get attached to you and your troop to help generate those proceeds that you guys are going to use to have so much fun this Girl Scout year. Next, they're going to have an opportunity to create their own avatar and actually record a voice message. The avatar can be built with many different skin tones, hair colors, eye colors, clothes options, and all sorts of accessories to really make that avatar look as close as possible to that girl's own image. With the avatar comes an avatar room. This provides the girl with an additional online experience where she can earn virtual rewards for doing some of the tasks that we know are going to help her reach her goal. There's even an opportunity for her to get a troop photo with all of the other girls in her troops and their avatars. The girl dashboard, or campaign HQ as we like to call it, looks a little bit like this. So in the top left corner, we can see that she'll have a picture of herself if she's chosen to upload a photo or use the photo of her avatar. She'll have access to some icons that help guide her through her season. She'll be able to manage entering her own paper orders, as we talked about. Each of those girls and those families are responsible for entering all of the sales from their order card into M2. They'll have access to upload contacts and send emails to friends and families to get orders online. There's components where she can track her sales and see how she's doing with each of the targets that she set for herself, as well as obtain some business cards. So the platform has this all built right in, where as soon as she jumps in and set up her site, she'll be able to download her own personalized business cards that'll have her direct store link on them. So if she'd like to pass them out to potential customers or friends and family, she can do that really easily, where when they go online, all of those sales are directly attached to her and her troop. There's even an opportunity for her to continue to take a peek at those rewards and see how she's tracking towards earning them right within her own campaign headquarters. With some additional features, she can personalize her campaign with adding a personalized photo if she chooses, or taking advantage of some of the decorative images that are already available. She can upload a video talking directly to her customers about her goal and what she wants to do this season, as well as get some additional encouragement for earning a personalized patch that's going to come with her own designed avatar on it, as well as her name. She'll promote her campaign and send those emails out with some easy importing if she chooses to upload those contacts from her email database or hand enter them one by one, as well as have some easy clickables to share her store links on Facebook and Twitter. This is a sample of what her campaign looks like once it launches. After she set up her avatar, her personalized avatar shows up on her email message with some wording that allows customers to get a feel for what she's trying to do through her Treats and Keeps program. And then they'll be provided with links to shop online at her chocolate and nut store or her magazine store. Taking a deeper look at that online storefront, here is what a customer's view looks like. It'll provide an opportunity for them to see her video if she's uploaded one, to see her avatar or her picture if she's created one, and go through as they would on any other site to shop online for the item that they're looking for, whether that be a magazine subscription or a chocolate and nut item. With the online nuts and chocolate storefront, the customer has the opportunity of choosing how they want to receive their item. They can choose to cover the shipping cost and have those items delivered directly to their doorstep, or they can request to have those items delivered in person by their Girl Scout. But the customer makes this choice. So this is really important that customers are going to make that decision up front, and they'll pay for the items online at the time of ordering, no matter which option they choose, whether it's covering the cost of shipping or having those products delivered in person. If for some reason girls and parents cannot deliver the products to their customers who've chosen that in-person delivery option, they simply call the M2 customer care and have those orders adjusted. But they'll need to make sure that they do that before the girl and parent deadline of October 24th, which is when all sales have to be entered into the site from a girl and parent access point. It's really important that every girl participating in Treats and Keeps activates their M2 account to be able to submit those orders to you, the troop, electronically. And here's just a snapshot of how easy the site looks. It coordinates with the order card, so all a parent has to do is grab the grand totals from the bottom of that order card to enter those total quantities in the site. Once they save that information and update it, it's immediately saved and it's in there for you to be able to see and make part of the troop's total order. The girls' report screen looks similar to this. It'll break down the online magazine sales, the online nut sales that she's received, as well as identify the quantities that she and her parent have entered in for their total nut order card sales. No other totals need to be entered into the system. Only their order card sales. This is a one-stop shop platform, so all of those online sales that the girls are getting through their sites are automatically tracked here. The money's tracked here, the totals and quantities are tracked here, So the only thing the parents are responsible for, again, are entering those sales that they've gotten from that paper order card. For girls to be able to earn that personalized patch we talked about, it's really simple. She's going to start by creating that M2 avatar. All she has to do is send 15 emails through the M2 system and have total sales combined from online and or order card of $250 or more. Once she reaches that benchmark, the site is going to automatically prompt her to confirm that the name that she wants on her patch, how she wants it to appear, if she wants to make any alterations to her avatar, and where she'd like her patch sent. So with earning these personalized patches, the girl is going to be able to earn this item and have that specialized patch sent directly to her home. There's also a cookie crossover patch. So for her participation in Treats and Keeps with meeting that minimum of sending those 15 emails, in addition to that, if she sells 250 boxes of cookies during the upcoming cookie program, she'll also get another personalized patch with her name and her avatar on it, which we call the cookie crossover patch. All right, now that we've taken a look at the girl view of M2, we're going to take a look at the volunteer side of M2. Yes, there's a patch for you too. So with all that the girls are doing in support of helping the troop meet its goal, with your support and their encouragement, you're also able to earn an avatar patch for your efforts. If your troop has a total of $850 in total sales, so that's all online sales as well as any order card sales that have been entered, you're going to get your very own avatar patch as well. And the service unit, for their effort and support throughout the season, are also going to be able to earn a avatar patch for themselves as well. So your troop volunteer access to the M2 site begins on September 11th. Access will be coming to volunteers who are in the role of Troop Product Program Chair for Fall in MyGS and or those identified in a co-leader role in MyGS. Before you begin, you're going to be invited to watch a mini video. It's less than 5 minutes long on just how to navigate the basics of the M2 platform to get you familiar with operating the site and supporting your girls through the season. You'll also have the opportunity at that time to hit the ground running and creating your own avatar, as well as send parent and guardian email blasts. So maybe some of your girls and parents aren't very involved yet and would really appreciate some encouragement from you to start their program. You can do that right within the site. You can add their email addresses. There's a template for a message you can send that you can literally copy and paste to use, or you can personalize your message just a little bit more. That site's going to send that launch email blast that you've created to your girls and families to get them going. Here's what your volunteer campaign HQ looks like. You have access to that parent and guardian email blast we spoke about. You can always go back to see that mini training video that you're going to be prompted to watch the first time you log in. You can send email messages throughout this season to your girls and families to help them reach their goals, or just send some words of encouragement or reminders about some of your deadlines or tasks that need to be done. You have access to reports for your program, as well as access to the order entry side of the site and making those selections for rewards when needed, as well as that opt-out feature that I talked about for cadet, senior, and ambassador troops who don't want the rewards but instead want to receive that additional 10 cents per item sold. Here's a screen of what that parent and guardian email blast setup looks like. Really easy, first, last name, email address. You even have the option to send that message in Spanish if you choose. This site is also going to keep track of how the parents are engaging with the messages you send. So you'll be able to tell if those messages were opened, if they were sent or delivered, if they bounce back, or if they're just in holding to be sent for future. Here's the basic message screen. If you're going to communicate with your girls and parents more regularly, this is a screen that you'd use to type a general message to them about what's happening in the program, or maybe those reminders about what to do and deadlines for when things need to be turned in. After the girl and parent deadline has passed, which is October 24th, you'll have access to update or edit any orders from the order card that need to be input or changed. You'll have from October 25th to October 27th to do that. So I'm going to repeat that one more time, because prior to your October 25th entry timeline, you do not have access to enter orders for girls. Before October 25th, you do not have access to enter orders for girls. It's on them, it's on their parents as a family unit as they're tracking those orders once they get their total order in to go in by October 24th to update their own information and submit those orders to you. It is only after that girl and parent deadline has passed that you have the opportunity to go in and either do it from scratch if for some reason a girl and parent couldn't do it on their own, or make any minor adjustments that need to be made before the troop is locked out from editing. So again, your volunteer access for this particular portion of the site to enter or update order cart sales will not be available to you until October 25th, and it will close on October 27th. At that time frame, within that October 25th and 27th window, you'll also be able to edit any girl reward selections that aren't made by the girl and parent themselves at the point that they're entering those order card sales. As a troop volunteer, you'll have access to some troop financial information. You'll be completing your electronic payment authorization form outside of this M2 platform, but you will be able to keep track of what's being generated by each girl, what your troop proceeds are at that time, the amount of funds that will be due to Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta, but most important, you'll also be able to track the payments that are coming in from girls. So for those orders that are coming in from that order card, you'll need to be collecting payments for those sales. As girls and families are collecting those from those customers, they should be turning that money into you, where you need a place to track that. And you can do that right within the site to keep track of each individual girl's payment record and amount still due for the troop. At no point in time are you collecting or logging any money from any sales made online, because M2 is already tracking that information right within the site. The electronic payment authorization form that's available to you on that resources page, you can go and fill that out, will allow you to complete it not only for this Treats and Keep season, but if you already know that your troop is going to participate in the cookie program and your banking information is not going to change, you can simply click the button to be able to use that same banking information for Treats and Keeps and cookies, and you don't have to fill it out again. So you'll take care of two programs in one. Here's what your report screen looks like. So you have the availability to look at lots of information if you choose in a couple of different ways. You can look at your complete total sales as they are collectively, just what's happening with your online sales for magazines, what's happening with those orders that are just direct shipped, so those that are being mailed and shipped directly to the customers, those that are coming in from girls' order cards, as well as those that girls are going to be responsible for delivering in person. How do we make this all happen? Well, we're going to break it out into 7 easy steps. First, watch the video. So if you haven't already watched the intro video for what it means to be a Treats and Keeps manager, take less than 5 minutes to watch that easy video to help you get acclimated with your role and how you're going to support your girls and families this year. Make sure you've identified yourself as the Treats and Keeps manager in MyGS. That's going to be really important with staying engaged with the email communications and reminders that Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta is going to be sending out specific to you. Make sure you log into M2. So on September 11th and after, activate your account, log in, and make sure you're all ready to go. Host a meeting with your girls and parents. Talk about the program. Set some goals, even let the girls give you some of their individual goals, determine what the troop wants to do as a whole, and just have a good time exploring some of the options and some of the fun that you all want to have this year. When it comes time, place that troop order. As long as you're keeping your girls and families engaged, they're going to go forth, set up their accounts on M2 and sell online. So the only other thing that you'll need them to do is enter those totals from that order card between October 25th and the 27th. Make sure you've got in all the orders from all of the girls that are participating, and you're done. When it's time, you're going to pick up those products from your service unit and distribute to your girls and families. I know we're in the midst of some unusual times, so look forward to some more information from the council in whole, as well as your service unit, on how we're going to safely make those pickups happen for you and give you some tools and resources to safely distribute those products to girls and families. Collect the money. Everything that's been sold online is already taken care of. You don't have to collect any money for any of those sales. Greater Atlanta is handling that. Those payments are coming in and being adjusted for what your balance due council is. So the only money you need to collect are for those orders from those paper order cards. And lastly, wrap up the program, distribute the rewards that you've received for your girls, and have some fun. Celebrate all of the successes this year and enjoy the time that you guys have together. If you're a little iffy about what to say or what to do during your girl and parent meeting, we have a great resource for you, a discussion guide, simple and easy, that gives you some bullet points to talk about to help drive that conversation and explaining what you all want to accomplish through your participation with the Treats and Keeps program. This is an easy guide to use even for virtual meetings. So don't hesitate to go and grab this resource off of our resource page to get ready to host a great Treats and Keeps Girl and Parent meeting. We've also created a great resource toolkit for you. So you may see this image come to you from your service unit or from Greater Atlanta. It just has a couple of those immediate links and tools to help you get running. That parent permission form, some interactive pages to get your girls engaged for that troop meeting that you're going to host, the link to the electronic payment authorization form, and a link to those check-ins that we talked about a little earlier. None of these are new links or resources. We just kind of combined a couple of them in one place that we'll share with you, but all of these and more can be found at tkresources.girlscoutsatl.org, which is just a quick link to get you to our resources page on the website. Before I close out, I want to make sure that you have all your important dates right in front of you. So September 25th, order taking begins. Girls can launch their M2 site and start creating their avatar and launch their online businesses, as well as sell directly with their order cards. October 12th is going to be your deadline as a volunteer to submit your electronic payment authorization form, which is going to give Girl Scouts of Greater Atlanta your troops' banking information so that we can do those automatic drafts at the end of the program for the Balance Due Council. The girl and parent deadline to have their order card sales into M2 is going to be October 24th. And I do keep saying order card sales, but on October 24th, all selling for girls is going to cease. So not only should they have all of their totals collected from those order cards, but that's also going to be the last day that their customers can order online for them. So if they do have those online storefronts up and open, they want to make sure that they're giving their customers notice to get their last minute orders in by October 24th. On October 25th, you're going to have access to then update or edit anything that was missed as far as those order card sales or those girl reward selections. And M2 is going to close out for you making those edits on October 27th. Your service unit is going to receive their product deliveries on one of these 3 days, November 14th, 16th, or 17th. So look for some more communication from your service unit about when and where you're going to be able to pick up those product items. December 4th is the date of your automatic withdrawal for the amount due council. So make sure your bank accounts are up to date, they're active and open, and they have the correct amount of funds available for that auto withdrawal. And lastly, don't forget about those check-ins, especially if you're new to the role or this is your first season operating the program by yourself. You'll want to make sure that if you have any hesitations, especially with some of the topics we already have outlined, go ahead and pre-register for those and join us for those check-ins to make sure that you're getting all of the information and support that you need. We thank you so much again for all of the time, your effort, your enthusiasm, and we hope to keep you encouraged and engaged this Treats and Keeps season. And we'll be talking to you soon.